Hi! So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this insane Gibson Girl hairstyle. It's very easy. I have not used any teasing. Um, yeah, so let's get started. For the accurate Gibson Girl hair look, we are going to need a brush or comb, whichever kind you use. You're going to need some sort of parting tool. I know people have like rat-tailed combs and fancy things. I'm just going to be using this plastic hair stick, but you do need something to part your hair with, preferably not a comb, but something that's sort of long and straight. You're going to need a plethora of bobby pins. See this huge container? You need a lot of them. Probably won't use all of them, but I would say more the better. You always need more of these things. And then if you're going to go for a completely accurate look, you're going to need some sort of U-shaped pins if you have longer hair. If you have bobby pins that actually work in your hair, it's shorter, you could use those. I will also be using these Good Hair Days magic grips because my hair likes them a lot and it grips better. So to begin, we're going to need to part the hair. I already was kind of wearing this earlier today. So you can see that I've made a side parting. This isn't really necessary, but that's just where my hair lays. And then you're going to want to take basically a couple inches strip, however much. If you have a lot of hair in the front, you're not going to need as much of a strip, you're just going to need a little bit. But you're going to need enough that you can sort of substantially twist your hair. And you're going to make a part all the way around. So I'm going to take my hair stick and I'm going to do that. And you're going to want to make sure that you leave the strip all the way around. So you'll see in just a moment. Oh, what's going on up there? I would advise not using wet hair to do this style, especially for your first time. It just makes it really difficult to separate out your hair and so on with this style, just because of the amount of separation. So you can see in the back here that I have separated out the central piece of hair, and I'm going to use my brush to smooth it all back into a high ponytail. I'm not going to be using a ponytail holder, but you can definitely use one to help you, and you want to put it high on the crown of your head. So up here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now I have my high ponytail. I'm just going to twist this hair up into a bun. Just a like simple Cinnabon. I'm going to turn around so you can see me do it. And you don't want to make the bun completely round and tall. You want to keep it fairly flat and small looking, especially if you have a lot or very long hair. You don't want it to be massive, but you don't want it to be really tall as either. So you just sort of want a low profile, wide-ish bun. And then you're going to use your hairpins to secure the Cinnabon. Just dig into your scalp with a hairpin so you catch a piece of hair on the edge. And then you dig under and put it in. Take another hairpin, put it on the edge, under, and up. Generally, if you have long hair, about 2 or 3 pins does it for me. And then sort of just adjusting. Now comes the slightly more difficult part. Basically, you need all of this hair to go up and around your face. Now, what I would suggest is taking your hair on whatever side is not the side that you normally part it on. So you can see my hair is lying pretty flat on either side. That's just where my natural part lies. So I'm going to take this hair stick and part my hair over here, way far away from my natural part line. Make that straight. This doesn't need to look perfect, as you will be covering it up. And then I'm just going to brush this hair to coax it to go the other direction. Again, you may look a little bit like Donald Trump, but that's okay because we're going to fix it. You just want to have the hair going in that direction. Again, best without wet hair because you can do pretty much whatever you want to it and it's not going to yell at you. Okay, so now we're going to do a lot of twisting. Basically, I'm just going to start here, start twisting it up and around underneath. And up and around. You want to make sure that the pieces you grab are very well integrated. So like I pull up and twist at the same time. Make sure that piece is integrated so you don't have any piecey or empty parts because that will come into play later when we fluff this guy out. Now, I am not using teasing This is sort of a controversial idea. I personally don't believe in teasing. I just think it's really terrible for your hair. As you see, I'm just going to twist this all the way around. You probably could tease this and have better, more fluffy, like solid results, but it looks just fine if you don't tease it. You cannot tease it and you'll be okay. So I'm just going to keep twirling all in the same direction. Again, I totally do not suggest doing this with wet hair. My hair is wet. Don't do it. And now this part of the hair, you see I'm going to twist it upwards in that upwards direction. So we're basically creating a complete crown twist, I guess you would call it, sort of, around the head. Now I'm just going to brush this guy up a little bit. Don't want to have any tangles for a takedown. I'm going to brush it, twist it around. Alright. Now comes the fun part. You're going to want to make sure this guy is held up. And now you're just going to pull out sort of sections and tease them away. Not the tease in the hair sense of tease, but sort of, you know, loosen up the sections. You can see I'm already gaining some volume. Even if your hair looks totally flat and umbrella-like, that's okay, we're going to be fixing it. So you're just going to pull it out, and you want to keep sure you have this taut, so that's going to give you the resistance to be able to pull out this hair. Now you're going to twist this guy around, and here's when you're going to start using your bobby pins. So I've got the twist here. Just to make sure it's very tight again. So I'm just going to secure it with a bobby pin. Stick that guy backwards against the grain of the twist. And I'm going to pull this hair up, out a little bit. And I'm going to take another bobby pin and stick them in the back there. I want to keep the twist as fluffy as possible. But I'm just going to pull it back there and secure it. And then I'm going to do this all around. If you have shorter hair than me, you'll probably not wrap this hair all the way around your head and have to keep pinning it. But you're just going to basically pin and then pin the other part, twist up and over. This is the part where you either need many bobby pins or a couple bobby pins, depending on whether or not you teased or what you did. If you did tease, you probably won't have the flatness issue, which is the main problem for me, but that's okay. Once you get to the back here, you can sort of start just twisting the twist and sticking him underneath here and stick it up around. Okay, and now obviously this looks terrible. We're going to fix that. So basically, I like to just sort of finger comb the guy up and then okay, we're going to pin there, and that'll make it look more roundish. And then take this section, and notice I'm still pinning this direction against the grain of the twist, and that'll continue giving it that volume, and so you don't flatten it down, and also it stays way better. And then if you still feel like you don't have enough Gibson Girl volume, you can just keep pulling it out. Go crazy. You notice also I have a couple of flyaways. You can either pin those guys down or actually use hairspray. Again, I don't use hairspray. I don't have the majority of these materials, okay? Please don't hate me. So basically now it's just the watch and adjust stage of this hair, where you say, oh, I need to pull it out a little more on this side so that I get a bit more volume. So just a lot of gentle pinning and gentle tweaking. I mean, the crown part of this hairstyle is very romantic and fluffy, etc. And you just want to be nice to it. And if you see I shake my head, nothing's really happening, just a couple of flyaways. Again, if you use hairspray, that should not be a problem, but you can obviously do this hairstyle without hairspray, and it won't all fall out in 5 seconds. So that's pretty much the hairstyle. It's not that difficult. You just have to pin, and it's really quite easy, not difficult. I'm going to turn around so you can see the full style, and then, yeah, this is it. Again, a little hairspray, but it's okay. And then if you want to really make it be combined, you could probably run your fingers through it and then sort of smooth it down. And then if you have these little guys that fall out on the sides of your ears, oh, better. Looks more authentic. So here's the finished hairstyle. and I will show you all sides of it. So just turning around. Yeah, and that's the hairstyle. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and if you're looking for a more wearable look for this sort of silhouette, you can check out my other video, which is the wearable Gibson Girl hairstyle, and I hope you enjoy. Please like and leave a comment down below, and yeah, have a good day. Bye!